Hey everybody, you know, I just felt the need to get on here and share something with everyone. It's the first time I've ever done this. Never been on YouTube before. But I feel the need to tell this story. Someone else might be, you know, experiencing the same situation. This crisis has hit us like going on since December now, in January. Well, in February, and then my wife went and filed taxes. We have two small kids. We get back every year. And this year it was going to just our plan to how everything played out with this virus that we would use that money to pull through. In this time of uncertainty, nobody knows what it's going to do. And I'm self-employed. I cut trees for a living. And we never know where our next dollar's coming from. And with the situation like it is now, who's to know? So we was counting on those taxes to come in this week. Instead, we received a letter of how our federal government had taken our taxes and basically given them to the Board of Education student loan. My wife had acquired student loan debt before we got married, and I understand that you got to pay loans back and debt back. No issues with it whatsoever. But my share of the taxes, what gives them the right to take my share, in which we were counting on? I got a lot of responsibility. And to take my money and give it to someone that I have no dealings with whatsoever, in my book, that's stealing. It is. When I was little, and then we stole some candy one time from a store, and our dad wore us out, and then we had to take it back and explain to the owner why we did it. But it seems like they can just do whatever they want with no consequences. And if that's their policies, then it need to change. And it just really, I was so mad yesterday that I couldn't see straight. At this time of crisis, and that's all they're worried about, is taking somebody's money that, I'm just at a loss for words to even comprehend how our government even contemplates that as a great idea. Let's just beat them down as far as we can, because no one knows what's going to happen. Nobody's ever been here before. But I can assure you, if the world's ending, the IRS will take your money, regardless of what they're going to be able to do with it, because there won't be nobody left. And it is just hilarious to, even fathom what people think, I figured I'd share this. We had to file a Hurt Spouse Act, and to get my portion of it back, which will take 6 weeks or longer. And we're in Alabama and we're just in the first stages of it. So we really have no clue of where it's going to go from here. If we're going to be on quarantine, anything like that. But how can you be on quarantine when you got to provide for basically your family? Because you sure can't depend on the government for anything. Because all you can depend on them is they're going to do whatever it takes to keep you where you're at. And if anybody else is going through this, I feel for you, because I mean, this is something that, you know, it cuts me deep. You know, because I'm a very giving person, and I'm not in any way asking for any. I'm gonna make it fine. I mean, I've always made it. We've been doing this for 20 years. You know, cutting trees for a living, and I'm gonna keep cutting them, and I'll make it through this. But just to put everybody in a state of mind of where our government is and how they operate in this crisis, there's your answer. They're doing everything they can to benefit them. You know, they're not worried about any of us. And it's sad because we're the reason they're where they're at. And you know, I don't know what else to explain to y'all. I hope everybody shares this, and you know, maybe to give somebody some comfort. Because I mean, everybody goes through situations, and we'll all make it through this. But I mean, I don't know where to go from here, but besides keep working and keep doing what I'm doing. But I mean, if these are the policies of our government, then they need to work on changing them for the people. Because you can't spend money if there's nobody to spend it. You can't get money to the IRS if there's nobody to pay taxes. So I mean, good luck, everybody. Stay safe. Praying for you, and that's all. Work on a solution to put somebody in there that's gonna do what we want. And work for us for a change. You know, especially when it's times of crisis. I mean, that's when everybody needs hope.